Yo, what's up, boys? How are you guys doing today?
What's going on, guys? Doing all right.
Ray,
Doing good.
nice to see you here.
Glad to be back.
Excited to have you.
Special guest
And in
appearance.
one piece, I made out.
Oh, hey, I will let you know. I can actually see everything now on the screen. I don't know what the hell I did, but I can
Oh,
see it.
nice.
That's a good sign. It's a good sign for a good podcast.
Yeah, it's a good sign. Better sign than last time when we got on. All right.
Listen, last time, man, they came home and kid was sleeping in the car, and she's like, he just woke up. So, oh, great.
Man.
That kid's like me.
He threw a temper tantrum. And
oh,
I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not gonna lie. You got this look on your face, and I'm like, I've seen that before. I'm married. All right, I know that shit.
it
So
wasn't her. It wasn't her. It was him. Oh, I was looking at my son. I was like, you all right, man? He's who? When that kid gets
Jeremy
gets sleep, he's evil.
Oh man. Not mine. Mine's actually, he's kind of chill. Like, he wakes up and he just get him a snack and he's cool. He's fat like me, all right? He's just get him a snack and he's good.
Nah,
Give him some food. He's good to go.
I offer mine snacks. I offer him juice. I'm like, hey, you want this? You want that? You want to watch TV? Want to do something?
You didn't want that?
No, mate. Hell no. He's an evil kid.
Oh man. Well, good. It's good to have you this week. Jeremy, how are you doing, man? Everything good?
Doing all right. Doing all right, man. Just
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm doing okay, man. Because on some new medication, man, and I had to stop taking it. It was some real bad side effects, so still kind of fighting through some of those. Still not quite all there mentally.
My man, we were playing Warzone earlier, and all of a sudden I hear, I gotta go. And he had that I'm about to yak look on his face.
This medicine man made me super nauseous over the last week and a half.
Man, I was like, holy shit.
Like stone cold sober. No beer, nothing.
Our homie that we played with, and mind you, his name on Call of Duty is Butthole. Butthole goes like, he goes like, is Jeremy coming back? I'm like, I don't think so. He's probably throwing up his fucking lunch this morning.
Yeah, it's almost been like having morning sickness, man. It sucks. But doing all right, man. Yeah, I'm recovering from that now, so see if they can maybe find something else for me, because that was not it.
Well, yeah, man, that shit's crazy. Those side effects are all, they're no bueno.
No.
But
not at all.
Yeah, man, everything's good over here. Other than, being hotter than, hell, literally.
I heard a portal to hell opened up there in Vegas, man.
No, we are hell right now, right?
I know.
It is 100. It is currently 112. It was 115 earlier when we went out. My tank glass started melting when I was walking around. It was all bad.
That just means stay inside, Richie.
Yeah, man.
Don't need to be out there.
Danny. Some good news is Danny couldn't throw her chancla at me because it got stuck in the pavement. It was completely melted on.
Oh, when I wouldn't pay for one to hit you in the side of the head right now.
Oh, I'm waiting for it. I'm not lying. I heard her over there. Just kidding, everybody. Domestic violence is not an issue here.
Blink twice if you're having issues.
Yeah. This might be my last week. But yeah, man. But everything's been good. Everything's good with everybody. Family's good. Everybody's chilling. It was good to have Ray. Steve could not make it today. His daughter's in a softball tournament, so he said he's gonna try to make it later. But it is what it is. we all got daddy duties, and except Jeremy. Jeremy has no responsibility whatsoever, and he's still stressed out. I don't know how the fuck that works, but you know how white people are. Anyway, yeah, Steve might make it, but we're still here to put on a good show, and Ray's got some other stuff lined up for us, and yeah, man. But first, like, I wanted to touch on this because Danny brought it up earlier. You know how in the last episode we were talking about how these young guys are doing some crazy shit. Did you see that a player passed away? He got into a car wreck. I was like, holy shit. He told me, like, we were driving home earlier, and I'm like, holy shit, man. Like, what are they doing, man? Like, relax.
Well, so this one, from what I read, though, he was a passenger in a car. The car got hit by a drunk driver, pushed off the road, hit a tree, and it killed every single person in that car.
I think there were two other guys in the
car.
Yeah,
it was a triple fatality due to a drunk driver that hit them.
Holy crap!
That was a Viking. I think it was a Viking player.
Yeah.
Damn, man. And nobody laughed at my Henry Ruggs joke, but it's okay.
It's not funny, Richie.
It's not. My apologies. I will have to apologize for that one. That one was. That's not funny. Like,
this is a completely different situation, man. And this.
Yeah, man.
It's horrible. Absolutely horrible.
Yeah, I don't know the details. I mean, Danny started telling me right now. That's crazy, man. That's man. Honestly, if you're gonna drink, don't drive. Just take an Uber. And if
stay home and do a podcast.
Drink at home. Drink like we do. We get faded here, and then the worst thing that happens is the fucking Doritos bag gets a hit and run. That's about it.
My ass gets destroyed in Call of Duty after this.
Yes, and then Jeremy fucking rages in Call of Duty. That's about it. Like, come on, man. Like, it sucks. Prayers out to the family of those people that lost their lives. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I just wanted to touch on that because like we were talking about it last show, and that's a shame, man. That's a shame. If you're gonna drink, man, just stay home. Stay home, and if you're gonna drink out socially, out in bars, take an Uber, take a cab. Fuck, walk if you can afford it.
Steal a horse.
I mean? Yeah,
Don't
exactly.
steal a horse.
Call somebody. Don't be drinking and driving, man. You're putting everybody else's life at risk for this.
That was this week's PSA.
Yeah, that was it. But yeah, we have a show lined up for you guys this week. Apparently, we're gonna argue and rank the top 5 worst coaches ever, according to Ray. Because this is Ray's list. This is Ray's show.
Yeah, I gave you guys.
And we don't have Ray all the time.
Make my special guest appearance.
Yeah, especially because of that. But no, well, he gave us 8 names. 8 names, and we are going to discuss and rank these guys to ultimately come up with the top 5 of the worst coaches in the NFL.
I do have to say, I think it's a little biased.
Well, is it biased if a lot of the shitty coaches have been in the Browns? Not our fault.
No, it's not your fault.
That is true.
This whole list could have been just Browns coaches.
But I told you that earlier.
And that's why I told Danny, I'm like, please tell Ray to give us a list. Because if we sit here, I'm going to start naming a shitload of the shitty coaches that we've had. You guys are going to be like, who the hell is that? I'll be like, oh, he was terrible. And he's going to be like, who the hell was that? Like, he was there for the season, and I hated him.
Well, that's the thing. I was looking, too. Like, a lot of these guys, like, I think the only one on here that had one season was Urban Meyer on this list.
Yeah.
He didn't even make it the whole season.
Oh, see, and I wanted to ask that. So, like, while we're discussing this, is it like he's just a shit coach
It's
throughout?
just it's like
Or-
dysfunction, incompetence,
because
like all that stuff.
because here's a prime example. Mike Ditka. He was a good Chicago Bears coach,
Horrible, the Saints.
but as soon as he went to Miami, or was it the Saints? Right? Yeah.
The Saints, yeah.
He traded the whole fucking draft class, his whole draft class for what was it, Ricky Waters, right?
Ricky
Williams.
Williams.
Yep.
That's what I mean. He was great with Chicago. He started smoking meth or something when he got to New Orleans. I don't know what happened.
My God.
I don't know what happened to that man. He just completely went off the rails. Like, we've gone off the rails here in this podcast. Never like that, all right? So that's why I was wondering. I'm like, what? Because he's not on the list. And I'm like,
no, this was like this is basically like pure incompetence.
in their whole tenure. Got it. Okay. Got it. Not just,
like,
the motherfucker had Alzheimer's and all of a sudden he can't think straight. And he's changed his whole team draft class for one player.
Every single one of them.
When they drafted him, didn't he at Ricky Williams' introductory conference, didn't he have like dreads put on, like a wig?
Wasn't he in a dress?
No, he wasn't in a dress. I think he had dreads on.
Hold on. I gotta look this up because I think he was in a dress.
Oh,
Ricky Williams dress.
No, I thought Dick actually had a dread wig on. I'm pretty sure he did.
Oh no, it was for the cover of ESPN of him and Mike Ditka.
Yeah.
And Ditka's the groom and Ricky Williams is in a dress as the bride.
Jeez. Oh my God.
Oh man, that's terrible. You can't make this shit up. People, come on, like, you can't make this up. All right, man. Well,
we may have to add him to the list just because of that.
All right, Ray. With that being said, give us your list. Name them off, nice and slow. I want to know. Give me your list, and then from there we'll discuss and we'll start ranking them from 5 to number 1.
All right.
Although we already know Josh McDaniels is number 1, but still, go ahead.
Not on my list.
Nah. We're gonna go Pat Shermer. His career record was 1946. Hugh Jackson. His career record was 11-44-1. Urban Meyer, he coached only 13 games, 2-11. Doug Marrone, his record was 38-60. Marty Morningwig, probably one of Steve's favorite coaches, 5-27. Gus Bradley, 14-48. Josh McDaniels, 20-33. And David Shula, 19-52.
David Shula, get it right, people, because
everybody's
gonna come up in arms again. Like, why you got Shula in there? Not wrong one, fool.
Yeah, it's his kid. It's his kid.
Yeah, and he fell hella far from the tree. I'll tell you that right now. That motherfucker got picked and thrown the fuck away from the tree. That's what happened with him.
Like, when he got his coaching job, he coached the Bengals for, I think, 5 years. He coached under Sam Weish, his dad, and Jimmy Johnson. You think those are 3, well, Sam Weish is, whatever.
You Jimmy would think, Johnson, but,
yeah.
But the Bengals in that era or that time, like, I mean, it's not like they're any better now, but they were a small market team. They didn't spend much money. But then again, you should be able. You're a head coach. you're an NFL team. You should be able to do something with it. And my man was struggling. All right, if you look up the struggle bus on the dictionary, you will find this man's picture. Because not only that, but the front office that let him take that team for 6 seasons was on the struggle bus. All right, so
They're on something else.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, some of them were only there for a couple seasons. Like what was his name? Was it Marty Martinwig or whatever his name is?
Yeah, he was there.
He was only there for 2 seasons. He got 2 years, and he got the boot. He didn't. Urban Meyer as well, right? Like, well, no, he quit, right? Or am I?
No, he was fired after
mistaken?
13 games.
No, he was fired because that team was a complete dumpster. Like it.
Oh
Jackson, yeah. Because he had Trevor Lawrence, he had Etienne, or whoever hell he drafted. They had. You think with some of the talent and the way his offense maybe would have translated, would have been fine. But he was just a complete asshole. He couldn't.
Danny's fine. Don't worry about it. This sounds like she busted her ass. I don't know what's going on back there.
But Myers, hell of a college coach. Pro, no, because he couldn't figure out how to coach the grown men instead of the kids.
It didn't translate over from college to the bigs.
Now, I'm not saying his offense couldn't have done it. It was just the way his coaching couldn't translate, and that's the problem.
Yeah, there's some coaches that just can't do it like that. Jim Harbaugh's a perfect example. Like, that man can just coach people, whether it's kids, whether it's grown ass men. He can just get them to play hard. But I am rather upset that you didn't put fuck is his name from the Atlanta Falcons, the man that quit after like 8 games.
Oh,
he literally
Petrino. Damn it!
Yeah, Petrino, bro.
Damn,
Bobby Petrino, right? Was it Bobby or was it his son?
Oh, who the hell was it? Bobby?
Bobby, right? Yeah, that motherfucker quit the Falcons mid-season to take the Arkansas job.
And like
in the middle of the season.
Hey, we mean quit. We mean like he said, "Okay, guys, I'll be back." Got in the car and fucking took off.
Yeah, like just left.
Where's coach? Oh.
All right. Well, you know what? We might have to include him in this 8 or 9, and then we'll argue it, because that is terrible. Like, the fact that you took an NFL job, you suck so bad at it, and then you were just like, yeah, like talking to the coaches, like everything's cool, and then dupes, like, and then you don't even tell your employer.
No, that's the thing.
That you're leaving.
They didn't know until they saw him getting introduced. That's it.
By Arkansas.
That's pretty fucking bad.
Crazy.
I totally forgot.
Even if he don't make the list, man, he's definitely like he's too much of a fuck up to be topped. We'll call him that, because that's crazy. I'm like, I can't believe you didn't put that dude in. I'm like, holy shit. But all right, well, with the list that we have, let's argue number 5. Jeremy, who would you put at number 5?
Actually, David Shula at number 5.
Give me a reason why.
Because there's 4 other people way worse than him on this list.
Fair enough. That's a pretty good reason.
I'm not familiar with intimately with all these coaches. The ones that I do know, so for him that was the number 5 for me.
Hey, you know what? And it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. These guys, I mean, when these guys coached, I was like 5, 6 years old. Like it wasn't.
He had 19 wins, which the guys that are underneath that most of them have less. One of the guys has more, but there's another reason for that.
He had 19 wins because the Bengals idiot front office let him be there for 6 years.
I mean, that is true.
They finally canned him in 1996 after a 1-6 start. I mean, what happened? What happened to the 2 seasons of 3-13. Like, hey, like, I'm not good. Please fire me.
Well, the NFL was different. I think it was like more of like a patience kind of thing back then. Not now where it's like, oh, hey, season and a half in, 2 seasons in, you're gone.
Yeah. That you are right. Back in those days, it was more of like, oh, like let's let them build it out.
Yeah.
And not now. You don't produce on the first season,
You're out.
Is gone.
Gone.
Unless you're Mike McCarthy, you just keep your job no matter what. But all right. So Ray, would you argue of David Shula being number 5?
I don't know. I gotta go Josh McDaniels on that one.
I argue with Josh McDaniels. I argue with Josh McDaniels. Josh McDaniels is just I think it's worse because I've been alive to experience this man's shittiness. You feel me? So he's way up my list. I'm not gonna lie.
Same here.
I put him at
number 1. Richie also lived. You live in the city. He coached it, so you had a lot more.
It's not even that. It's not even that. Before that, what kind of fucking coach? And I will say this. Okay, you know what? We'll save my argument. No, you know what? Fuck that. I'm doing it now.
Go ahead.
What fucking coach literally verbally says, "I am going to join your organization," and right before you sign, and you just back out, like your fucking word as a man. And I know people are gonna be, oh my god, he's just being a fucking what is it?
Drama queen.
Whatever. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Your word means something. His word literally is shit. And then after that, he got fucking coaching opportunities, and he still was shit. Like,
I don't understand. I don't understand how he got an opportunity after he did that to Indianapolis. That was actually.
That is the most wrong shit that you can do. Is you agreeing to something and then backing out. A verbal agreement.
But you have to look at the organization that gave him an opportunity.
That's what I mean. Like look at the Raiders are dysfunctional.
Was he
all capitals?
He was after Gruden, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Gruden got fired because some emails came out. Spicy emails that I can't talk about.
Nope.
You know, because I might get canceled like we did on TikTok. Fuck you, TikTok.
Still. What did we violate?
Apparently, we violated the Diddy clause. No, I'm just kidding. If we violated that clause, he would have definitely kept us on. He likes getting violated. Oh!
Hey-o!
All right, so you would go with McDaniels at number 5? Have I not persuaded you into changing your order? Because I don't know. I feel like I make a pretty good argument.
Oh no, McDaniel's still number 5. That was just a dumpster fire. It was just a mess.
Well, that's why he's my number 1. But still, we're gonna keep going.
No, that's number 1. Don't worry.
No, I honestly I looked at all these and like I was so like torn up just between because you could honestly put these in any order and you probably wouldn't be wrong. The one honestly that just like sticks out to me is okay. If you, for instance, David Shula, I consider him more of a man than Bobby Petrino, than Josh McDaniels, because you know what? They might have been shitty, but at least they stuck it out. Yep. They stuck it out.
Hey, he was consistently shitty.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what I mean. Like, they stuck it out. A dude like Josh McDaniels, fuck no. Bobby Petrino, like, I'd be like, but yeah. So my 5th, honestly, I'll side with Jeremy. I'll put David Shula. It's just at least he was consistent. At least, but he was just shitty. And yeah,
I think what doesn't help him is his last name. Yeah, I think the expectations he had, and I'm not dropping McDaniels out. I'm just saying that's when carry that last name Shula. He's coaching receivers at Dartmouth College now.
Okay. Well, I mean, at least he's still doing something.
Well,
McDaniels is what? Is he taking over the Patriots?
I don't even know what the hell he's. No, he's not there. I don't know where the hell he's at.
He don't even know where he's at, to be honest with you. So, all right. So we're gonna count that as 2v1. David Shula at number 5.
Yep.
Bam.
We're gonna lock it in. David Shula at number 5. Jeremy, you know what? I'm gonna start with Ray this time. Ray, who's your number 4?
Mr. Pat Shurmur. This is a personal one for me.
Hey, you know what? No. I mean, the man didn't know what the fuck he was doing, bless his heart. But still, he got dealt a bad hand, right?
Listen, he could be a nice guy, whatever, but coaching-wise, man, he didn't have it. I'm sorry.
No, he
didn't have it.
Hey, Pat, if you listen to this, bro, I appreciate you. I appreciate you taking a picture with me, but bro, you're dog shit when it came to coaching. I'm not. my apologies, bro. Apologies, man. Right? You were cool as fuck.
Appreciate the picture.
That shit personal.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm gonna agree with Ray at number 4, right? Just for the hell of it, because he seems very. It seems like it's deep with him, right? So. Jamie, who's your number 4?
It is deep. Shit.
Oh, you know what? Explain to me why it's so deep.
You know how many Sundays I waste on that dude and that team? Dude, my scar. He's trash as a coach. Nice guy. Boring as shit during interviews. But let's keep going.
Yes,
I'm saving all my shit for my number 1.
Oh, is your number? Oh, Lord! Your number 1 is Hugh Jackson. That's for sure.
Right fucking now.
Funny story. Hugh Jackson, my number 4.
Oh shit! Hey, Hugh Jackson though, wasn't he the one that jumped into Lake Erie because for a bet or something?
I think they said if he lost all 16 games, he had to jump in the lake or something like that. The thing was Hugh Jackson, though, man. He's my number 1 guaranteed. But the thing with Hugh is he went 8-8 as his coach. 1 year in Oakland. It's like, oh, there's some potential there.
Yeah,
comes here. Now I don't know if it's all Hugh, but the way that entire front office worked, those two miserable years of a stretch of 131, that would have to be some of the worst coaching I've seen. I know you had some shitty players.
You know, I would love to. You know what? I think I have an idea for a show. I think you and Steve need to sit down on one-on-one whose organization is the shittiest and why. Like, I would love to watch that shit. Just moderate, like presidential debate on why your organization is the shittiest.
Oh my God. I got enough evidence. Look, man, I got enough evidence, emotional scars. Trust me.
Emotional scars?
I do.
Oh, Jeremy, who do you got at number 4?
Well, I don't know if you heard me earlier. I said I have Hugh Jackson at 4. I know that was
nice.
Ray's number 1, mostly based off of his win-loss. I know he did absolutely horrible with the Browns. He did get 11 wins in his managerial career, which beats out 2 of the other 3 people below him on that list.
He's a manager for real?
Head coach. Sorry, I'm in baseball mode.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm like, hold on, he was a manager? You caught me off guard, bro. I'm like,
trying to keep you on your toes, Rich.
See that in the stats? Wait, he had an 11-win record, or he had an 11 total?
No,
11-44
and 1.
11-44 total.
Are you
11,
seriously
11,
giving him any credit for
And
11
he's at
wins
one tie,
and
right?
44 losses?
Yeah, I think 8 wins and 8 losses came in 1 year for the Raiders. The rest of that garbage came with the Browns.
Well, I mean, we definitely can't argue how shitty these coaches are. They definitely belong here.
Yep.
But I have my number 4. I'm going to give it to Pat Shermer. We're going to lock it in. Pat
That's
Shermer's
fine.
number 4. I'm going to give you guys who I had at number 4 because I literally went off the dome. I did not I didn't actually do any research, to be completely honest. I didn't. I saw the list and I'm like, okay, who would have been my fucking top 5, right? At number 4, I had Adam Gase from the fucking Jets, and I can't believe yo ass left him out.
You had who, Rich?
Adam Gase. Fucking crazy eyes. Oh, crazy eyes, man.
Yeah, that's who we were talking about earlier today.
Yeah. That dude is fucking, just with his look, he's nuts. That guy was complete shit. Like, he had no strategic way of doing things. He had no control over his players. He had no control over the job. He didn't. I don't think that man knew he was the head coach. To be completely, I don't think he knew he was the head coach. Like, I don't think anybody sent him the memo. Like, for real. That dude was just, he was nuts. He's still nuts. I don't know what happened to him. I hope he got help because he was fucking crazy, bro. Like, straight, like literally. I think he was. So let's move on to number 3. Because my number 3, and I'm gonna tell you guys who my number 3 was. And this is a personal one for me.
Okay.
Because I loved him as a player, but I felt bad for him because he had dealt a really bad hand. And that was Mike Singletary. Old Mike, who pulled down his pants in a press conference. Literally. Nobody pantsed him. He pantsed himself. He was a great football player, and but he could not. That man couldn't coach a fucking pee-wee team to a championship, and it showed on the field. So that was mine. I know he's not on your list, but go ahead and move on. We're gonna move on. Jeremy, who was your number 3?
I'm gonna butcher his last name. It's Marty. How do you pronounce that last name, man?
Mornwig.
I can never fucking pronounce that. Got him at number 3. One guy below him has less wins. The other guy below him is just.
That's all he had.
What?
2 seasons is all he had, and he got fired from the Lions.
Wasn't he
5-27, man? That's rough. 5-27. So that's
you're shitty when you get fired from the Lions, right?
Hey, Steve's not on here to defend his Lions, man.
Hey, Steve would be on here pissed because you didn't put Matt Patricia in there, all right?
I told Richie Matt Patricia was gonna be on my personal list.
He would be fuming right now.
Fuck that guy, man. Yeah. Terrible coach. Terrible.
2-14, 3-13. That man.
But didn't he also win a coin toss in overtime and choose the kickoff instead of receive?
I'm pretty sure. I can't even make fun of him because our dumbass coach in the Super Bowl took the fucking ball. This to start the Super Bowl instead of fucking kicking the ball off.
But
yes, it was worse back then because first point wins the game. That's it. I get it.
They lost.
Well, no shit. He kicked the ball off.
I forgot who they were playing. I think they went down, said fucking kick field goal and won the game.
Who do you got? Who do you got at 3, Ray?
Same one, Morty.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Then All right, cool. Hey, we agree on one.
I was the only one who went kind of south here with Mike Singletary, but that was my personal pick, all right? Because I was like, this motherfucker's got to get a shout out in this list somewhere for doing
Fair
that
enough.
bullshit. It's not the shout out you want, but you got it. All right. So boys, here we go. We're getting to the meat and potatoes of this.
Are we
Who's
going
your
Marty,
number 2? Marty's number 3. Marty's number 3.
Right.
Who do you got on number 2, Jeremy?
I have Josh McDaniels. I know his win-loss record is a little bit better than some of these guys on this list, man, but such a shitty coach. Allegedly, from everything that we've heard from former players, people who played with him, man, not someone I would want to play under. That's for damn sure.
I agree 100% with everything you're saying right now. I do, and with even more reason as to how in the fuck does he keep getting opportunities?
He should.
Didn't he say something to Antonio Pierce when Pierce was talking about how the Giants came back and they beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl, and he was like, you don't ever fucking say anything like that again about the Patriots. Why you're the head coach of the Raiders? I mean, that right there says it all for me, man.
First off, why are you arguing that? Oh no, I think you said Antonio Brown. I was like,
no.
Motherfucker, like you're even crazier than he is if you argue with him.
I wouldn't even talk to him.
That motherfucker's arguing with the goalpost.
Pierce, motherfucker, Pierce.
Yeah, no, you can't. Yeah, no. I'm gonna respectfully disagree about McDaniels being number 2. That's just me though. As a man, I wouldn't. I have no respect for him. His word don't mean shit. He keeps getting these jobs. He keeps getting jobs with like teams that they're not horrible. Let's be 100% honest. They're not horrible. They got good players in place. They have good stuff. They have good rosters. They're young rosters, but he can't do shit with them because Daddy Belichick always fucking had his back. And every time he leaves the coop, he gets kicked in the nuts and then goes back. And he's a shitty coach. He can't coach. He's an offensive coordinator, and that's it. Nothing else. Josh McDaniels, I wouldn't even hire you as an offensive coordinator because your word don't mean shit, and you're just a shitty person.
I take him as
I wouldn't. I would. Fuck that. But that's just me because I have McDaniels at number 1. That's my number 1 pick. When you gave me that list, I'm like, oh, right as soon as I saw that list. I saw that list and I'm like, that's number 1. Like, you don't have Bobby Petrino up there. Bobby Petrino for the same reason. You're a bitch. Literally. You're just a shitty person. You're a shitty person and I don't care about you. I know I'm just some, random ass podcaster saying that, but I hope you get to hear this and you hear that you're a shitty person. Because I'm pretty sure somebody told you that before. I'm sure Antonio Pierce told you that on the way fucking out as he kicked you in the fucking ass to tell you to leave Las Vegas. So.
Side note, huge fan of the fact that Antonio Pierce got hired as the head coach. I will say that. I do like Antonio Pierce.
Fan?
What?
You are a huge fan or you're not?
No, I am a fan of the fact that he got hired on as the head coach.
Oh, okay. We're about to have an issue here.
No.
I love it when players get. I love it when players get an opportunity, and he's making the best of it. I mean,
he's got control of the locker room, man. I mean that right there is huge. Everyone is behind him.
Hey, look, he's got control of the locker room. Mark Davis just needs to get a control of that haircut. And I think that'd be solid. Holy shit!
The bowl cuts over.
Somebody needs to take that fucking bowl away from him. And
that is an horrendous haircut.
All right.
Ray, who do you got at number 2?
Oh God, Urban Meyer.
What's that?
I got Urban Meyer at number 2.
That's my number 2.
Now,
that was my number 2 because he was just, yeah. Go ahead, Ray.
Personally, Urban Meyer was a hell of a coach. Florida, Ohio State, Utah, Bowling Green, hell of a coach. But he just couldn't run an NFL locker room. Couldn't control it. Didn't have any idea how to talk to these players. Nothing. I mean, his offense. I'm not worried about his offense in the NFL because that's what it's kind of transitioning to. But personally, he wasn't a locker room guy. He needed to be able to tell these guys, "Hey, here's what you have to do," and that's how it's done. Instead of telling you guys, "Oh, hey, 53 guys on one roster, team effort." College, he can run these kids in the ground for all he cares.
Yeah, over here you need to have respect. They're gonna tell you to fuck off real quick.
And that's the thing. In college, I mean, these kids know you need your scholarship, you're done.
Yeah.
In the pros, these guys are getting money. These guys are getting paid millions. They don't give a shit.
They're getting paid more than you are.
Yeah, you have to win that locker room over. You have to get control of that locker room.
And he didn't do that. He was trying to party with them.
Close. Yeah. Them.
Wait, what did he do? What did he do?
He was on video. I think he was caught on video with like some chick in a bar.
He was groping her.
I think she was grinding up on him or something. Is what happened. And someone that was not his wife.
And that was not his wife. Got it. Yeah. Urban Meyer.
That was just after a Monday Night Football loss too, I think. And that was the other thing. It was like, all right, you just lose, and now you're out celebrating her
for the editing.
It makes you wonder.
We're gonna put the video here.
It makes you
look,
wonder,
man. Look, man. He might be in the wrong, but that girl got perfect form.
He
was studying the playbook, one would say.
Oh my God.
Yeah, his wife fucked him up. I'm pretty sure she did. Did she divorce him or did she stay with them?
I think they're still together.
There's another word out there. Ladies, don't put up with that shit.
Well,
especially
she's probably biding her time to get that alimony. The extra year.
I mean, she's already married to him. If she didn't sign a prenup, fuck that shit. Be like Bobby Petrino, deuce, and leave with half.
So you got putting Urban Meyer then at number 2?
You guys are, I am. I actually am.
Well, he wasn't my number 2.
Yeah, you had Josh McDaniels. Who's your number 1, Jeremy? I'm curious.
Urban Meyer.
Why?
Couldn't even finish the full season, man. He lost control of the locker room. All the scandal, all the bullshit that was going on. That's why he's number 1, man. He couldn't even make it through 16
Josh
games.
McDaniels couldn't even fucking sign. He said he was, and he didn't even sign. He didn't finish signing. At least Urban Meyer signed.
Honestly, when this list came out, I kind of forgot about that until you brought it up. I was like, oh, well, that maybe would have played a little bit more into my list. But as I put it out there, man, no, Urban Meyer for me was number 1. Couldn't even finish the season. Total the fact that he couldn't control that locker room, man, just absolutely terrible. Couldn't even make it through the whole season. So
I agree with everything you're saying, but he's definitely a number 2. Because, and
that's why it's my list.
Like I said, I told you right off the rip. I'm like, well, no, we're going off of hoops because we got what? We got Urban Meyer number 2 because you and I had him right or number 2.
Yeah.
So he's number 2
and Ray did.
on the list in total now. So now we're arguing for number 1. You got Urban Meyer. Ray's got Hugh Jackson, which I feel like that's more personal than anything.
It's never personal.
It's always personal. What are you talking about when it comes to
never
the Browns?
personal since the Browns fan.
It's all personal.
I had Josh McDaniels because he was just a bitch, and but we can all agree that I think Bobby Petrino takes that whole cake for being a fucking dick, right?
He's definitely an honorable mention now.
No, he is the mention. What are you talking about? We did this list.
Ray's like, no, it is Hugh Jackson, damn it.
No, it's Hugh Jackson.
No, because I bet you Bobby Petrino was in the mix right from the get-go. But when you were thinking of this list, you would have been like, yeah, no, fuck that. But that you gotta be a special son of a bitch to fucking just up and quit your team without telling them, and then when they're announcing you at your new job is when they found out. That's a real dickhead move, if you ask me.
So that's where he went.
Like, we've been trying to call him all day.
But man, the thing with Hugh Jackson in my number one spot is do you guys have any idea what it's like to wake up to watch a London game at 9:30 in the morning when you're already hungover and you're watching them barely put points on the board? You know how that fucks up your day?
Yeah.
Seriously. That fucks up your day, man.
We had Chip Kelly as our head coach.
Yeah, you did. Sorry. Oh, another one. There you go.
We had Kaepernick as our quarterback. So, yeah, I know how that goes.
I've been a Mariner fan for the last 30 years.
Yeah. So we know how it. I know that sucks. Trust me.
Yeah.
But,
the Mariners are the Browns of baseball.
I don't know. That might be the Pirates or the Mets.
And then we left out coaches that went 0-16. Like, how do we do that?
Yeah, how do we do that, right?
No, I got one on there. Don't worry.
No.
Who else was?
Well, no.
Who was 0-16 in the line? Is that Schwartz?
Oh, let me look that up. I think it was 0-16 Lions. So 2008 Lions.
Oh, Rod Marinelli.
Yeah, how can you fucking leave Rod Marinelli out? Like,
God damn.
And you had fucking, I mean, come on, man. Like, then you had Spurrier. He was fucking terrible. Who's another one?
You already mentioned Matt Patricia.
Matt Patricia, exactly.
He would have been on my list.
And I mean, if we're really okay, this one hits home, right? This one hits home, and I'll be honest with you. When I was doing my research, I didn't know that this had happened. But I'm talking about the Carolina Panthers, George Seifert. Bro, he was dog shit, brother. Complete dog shit. Like, that is terrible. That's another one that could have made this list.
I had a personal one for the Seahawks. Only one season. For me, it was Jim Mora. 5-11, and it was the transition between Holmgren and Pete Carroll. So for us, that's why it's a little. What's that?
You had another coach that was fucking terrible. What's his name? Hold on, let me look him up.
Hey, Petrino went 3-10. So after 13 games, he bolted Atlanta. Regardless, you couldn't finish out the season. 3 games.
Yeah, no, he was done, bro. He was like, "Fuck this, I'm out of here."
Falcons players learned of the news via notes left in their lockers.
That's crazy.
Oh,
all right.
My God. He preached team.
I know.
He preached family. He quit on us.
Wait, you're Jeremy. Tom
Flores
was horrid. It was horrible.
Tom Flores
too.
Yeah, but I mean that was before I started watching football, man. I was 7 years old. So with the Jim Moore, it was a little bit more. I was watching football.
We were like 20.
Fuck you.
we can't make a list I mean, we can literally make a list of the Browns' horrible coaches, like top 10 by themselves.
How about this?
So.
How about this? Lou Holtz.
Lou
Holtz.
Wait, he actually coached in the NFL?
He was. He coached the Jets in 1976, 13 games. He bolted to accept a job at the University of Arkansas. Who else?
Another Arkansas, huh?
Nice.
Oh man!
Oh my God.
And you know who's another one? Yeah, Lane Kiffin. He was horrible. He was fucking trash. Who's another one? Another recent one. What's his name? The one from the Arizona Cardinals, who transitioned from
Cliffman?
Cliff Kingsbury. Oh,
Yeah.
he was horrible. You can name a shitload of coaches from the Cardinals. What's his name? Steve Wilkes was horrible there too.
Yeah. So was
the Chargers coach.
Ken Wisenhunt was there.
Ken Wisenhunt was horrible too.
Now, well, the thing with him is he got them to a Super Bowl, and I think after that it all went downhill.
Yeah. Well, they lost, right? Against the Steelers or something like that?
Yep. Yeah.
That was when Antonio Brown – did Antonio Brown get that fucking MVP?
No, he was on that team, was he? That was Sam.
Oh, no, it was Antonio Holmes. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's Antonio Holmes.
Wrong Antonio.
There's been a rich history of shitty ass coaches.
God damn.
And I still think Josh McDaniels is way up there. And he's the best part about it is that he's still got some career left in him to make some more shitty choices. And I'm all here for it. That guy he's a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit person, and I have a big issue with Josh McDaniels, and living in the city of Las Vegas, I'm pretty sure they'd all back me up. So
that was a good list, though, Ray. That was a good list.
How about this one? I'm looking at Rich Kotite. He coached the Jets.
Who?
Some guy, Rich, whatever hell his name is. He replaced Pete Carroll in '95 as a Jets head coach.
Okay.
They signed free agent Neil O'Donnell to a contract. His record in 2 years is 4-28.
You know, anybody who replaces Pete Carroll is cool in my book. I'm not gonna lie. Fuck Pete Carroll.
Oh, you like Mike McDaniel then?
Huh?
You like our new head coach then?
Yeah, he kept fucking Geno Smith around. I love him already.
Last year, man. I'm telling you right now.
Another year. That's what's up. He's good in my book. Keep Geno Smith. Y'all are gonna be dog shit.
Could be Sam Howell. You never know.
Oh, shiver me timbers. Ooh, Sam Howell. But yeah, man, that's some shitty ass coaches, man.
Fuck off, Richie. Tippers.
Oh man! All right. Well, I think with that, we can all agree that that the NFL has had some really, really shitty coaches in the past, and there's some that are just, some are shitty because they just get put in bad situations. Some are shitty because they create those bad situations, and some are just shitty people in general.
Well, I was looking at that. I was putting that in consideration too. Like some of the coaches I knew, like Chris Palmer, and he coached the Browns and they came back. I mean, he only won like 5 games.
But
he had no talent. I mean, he had Tim Couch was a starting quarterback. I'll tell you what, Couch had all the talent in the world, but there was no line around him. And then injuries started catching up to him. So I can't really put anything on Chris Palmer for there.
Exactly, you can't. I mean, that's. I guess with that being said, I can't be too harsh on Mike Singletary because the Niners those days it was just a dumpster fire, and like the dumpster was fucking huge. So, and my man took that job, and he thought the best thing to do was just take his pants down in the middle of a press conference. I don't. I'll never get over that. He decided
I don't get
to
it, but props to him.
himself. Yeah, hey, you know, I wouldn't have done it personally, but you know, whatever floats his boat. Fuck. But yeah, no, there's some coaches that just they don't deserve the hate, and then there's some that are just like
absolutely deserve it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, thank you for putting that list together this week, man.
Yeah, man. But we're gonna call it here. Steve didn't make it. We had a good discussion about these coaches. If anybody's got an issue with what we discussed, we're gonna take it off the top real quick. Ray, give us the top 5 so that the people know.
I think we
top
got
5.
You want to go 5-1?
5-1.
All right, 5-1. Shula, Shermer, Marty Morningwig, Urban Meyer, and Hugh Jackson.
And above those is McDaniels and by Petrino. Yeah. Let's not get that shit mistaken. Because you ain't beating those motherfuckers.
No.
But yeah, man. So it was a good show. You know, as we always say, everybody take care of yourself, take care of your family, stay cool because it's hot as fuck out there. Mm-hmm. You know, wear deodorant because y'all motherfuckers be stinking sometimes. I'll put it out there. Fucking put on deodorant. There ain't nobody with that hippie shit. But I'll talk to you guys later. Deuces.
Later, guys.
Later.